Okay, I'm now ready. I've quickly moved off of the floor because I was getting the worst pins and needles, but welcome to this week's vlog. I don't really have any plans for the start of this week, to be honest. I think I'm going to spend today reading Transit. I want to get through it as quickly as I can because I have so many books I want to be reading, and I feel like I'm getting through this one so slowly. So if I can make as much of a dent in it as I can, then hopefully that speeds up getting to the other books I want to read. There's quite a few books that I want to save on holiday. I feel like when I'm on holiday, I just end up getting into a reading spree and just getting through books really quickly. So I want to save the new Emily Henry book for holiday specifically. Last year I read Funny Story and Happy Place on holiday, and I loved the vibes that reading by the pool gave. So I want to save the new Emily Henry book, Great Big Beautiful Life, for whilst I'm on holiday next month. I also then want to read the next Daisy Hates book so that I can read the final Magnolia Parks book also on holiday. Then I also keep seeing about Summer in the City, and last year I read Summer Fridays on holiday, and I feel like it probably has a similar vibe, so I feel like saving that for holiday as well will be incredible. And then the books that are on my TBR but not specifically for on holiday, I want to get through Transit, which is what I'm currently reading. I'm actually only 23% of the way through Transit, so if I can make a big dent in that today, then hopefully it speeds up getting to some of the other books. Speaking of, I feel like it's probably easier just to ping them all up because I don't really know that much about them. So I feel like it's easier to ping the covers up, but these are the books that I currently want to read. So hopefully if I can get through these Rachel Cusk books quickly, then they will be my next reads. Off topic as well, I got these Lego flowers for my birthday, and I made these ones on Sunday, and there's quite a few left to make, so I feel like I'll gradually make them over the week as well. I am so obsessed with how they look. I also didn't think they'd fit in this little vase, but they are perfect. So I got rid of the eucalyptus and pampas that I usually have at the side of my TV, and I feel like these look so much better. I'll probably try and get to building the rest of them this week, and then by the end of this week we should have a nice bouquet of Lego flowers, providing they all fit in this little vase. If not, I have no clue what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to find a small but like big enough vase that will fit these, which I feel like could be difficult. I feel like this is going to take up my first part of the week, to be honest, providing no work comes through. If it does, obviously that'll be my priority for the next few days, but if not, then I'm just going to have a chill, to be honest. I feel like I've not really chilled in a while. And then on Friday it is my mum and dad's birthday, so we're going to go out for some food, and then on Sunday is obviously the Monaco Grand Prix, so we can watch that together as well. I actually don't think there's anything better than like a slow summer week, so I'm going to take advantage while the weather is still nice and do some reading, maybe sit outside and do some reading actually, because the weather is not staying like this all week apparently. But yeah, welcome to this vlog. I feel like I've absolutely just rambled, but hopefully I've cut it down enough where it doesn't feel like that too much. But let's get on with the week. Good morning, it is now Wednesday. I actually didn't end up reading that much yesterday. I just wasn't in the headspace to get through that book, so I don't know whether to just put it down for the time being and then pick it back up in a couple of weeks when I feel like I probably could get through it. I feel like right now I need like a easy book to get me back into reading, and then hopefully when I've read a couple of books, probably come back to read in Transit. And honestly, it's not anything to do with the book, it is such a well written book. However, I feel like I need something with a bit more plot and a bit more of something that I can get through really quickly, just to make myself feel like I'm not getting into a reading rut. But anyways, I'm currently waiting for some footage to be uploaded onto Dropbox to be getting on with editing today and tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it done by the end of tomorrow, because obviously I don't really want to be working on my parents' birthday. So hopefully I can get through it quickly. I don't think all the footage is quite there yet, so we'll have to wait another hour or so, I think, until that is all there and ready to be downloaded, but I'm just keeping an eye on it just in case it happens to all be there at some point. And then in the meantime, we're gonna go to the gym, come back, shower, and then hopefully it is all there by the time I've gotten through all of that, because I would quite like to have a quite big working stint this afternoon and get through a good chunk of the rough cut at bare minimum. I think getting on to the intricate editing might be better to wait tomorrow, but I can get through a good chunk of the rough cut today. So probably not the most interesting day today. I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of it sat at my laptop getting through this rough cut, but I am not fully awake right now. I'm not fully ready to be editing a whole video, so I'm really hoping that this works out, and then the shower afterwards will make me feel refreshed, energized, and ready to get on with a few hours of work this evening. And then if it doesn't, I'm gonna have to grab myself a coffee. It is Sunday. I didn't film too much the other day, but I had a really nice day celebrating my mum and dad's birthday, and as I said, it is Sunday. Today is the Monaco Grand Prix. So excited to watch this race. I feel like it probably won't be the most entertaining race, but if Lando wins, then that is all it needs. So it's still a couple of hours until lights out, so I'm gonna spend a few hours doing some work. I have a really long video I need to cut down. It is 40 minutes worth of footage that I need to get down to 10, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to. So if I can get my first rough cut of it done today, not necessarily get it down to 10 minutes today, but if I can get like 10 or 15 minutes off it today and then come back to it on Monday or Tuesday, I don't know, then yeah, that'll be great. And then it is Monaco, and then I think I want to try and watch the IndyCar. I have no clue at all about IndyCar, but it is the Indy 500, so I might try and give that a watch. But as I said, I know absolutely nothing about IndyCar, so I feel like it's just going to be vibes watching it if I do end up watching it. But yeah, that is probably where I'm going to leave this video.
Here in Monte Carlo, it's lights out, and away we go. Norris gets away brilliantly. Charles Leclerc's coming at him, has her on the inside, trying as a look up there from Lando Norris, but he makes it into the first turn. That was a bit scary for him for a few moments, and they're all making their way around Sandoval. So, he won the only race of the season in Australia, and he's been kept waiting to get back onto the top step of the podium, but the wait is not going to wait much longer. Lando Norris rounds the final corner, a record lap in qualifying to take pole, and victory in Monaco for the first time in his career.